What's up today, guys? Hey, I'm not gonna, prolong this endeavor anymore because I'm trapped in my father's wine cellar. And listen, it smells like wine down here, which you would think it'd be nice, but after about 10 years, it starts getting a little bit freaky. So I'm calling for help. 911. Hey, who is that? Is that a hypocrite on the other line?
Hello, what is the nature of your emergency or whatever?
I'm trapped inside a wine cellar, but I can record one more podcast before my father comes in with a belt. What podcast should we record?
Let's record a PC Pro P.
Okay, great. Okay, all right. We're gonna pick people like a football coach in high school. I picked Tom to be on the PCP.
Oh fuck! I'm here on the final episode of the PCP. I'm so fucking stoked to watch Munchie get destroyed.
No,
I
that's
picked
not what's
Mage.
happening.
I picked Mage for the PCP.
And
All right, done.
As tradition, I get picked last.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
eat
true
shit,
though. It's
die.
funny. It's funny because it's true. Oh, it's apt though. It's totally apt. Hey, by the way, guys. Hey, wait, hold on. Head count: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 equals none. Wait a second, guys. Ground quaking beneath our feet. Open up, fall into a chasm. A chasm full of beauty. There's no Nate or Ben here. There's no Nate or Ben here.
Oh.
You know what that means? You know what that means? Tell me what that mean. Tell me what that mean. Tell me what that mean.
It means there's gonna be no bullshit politics on this episode of the PCP. It's literally impossible.
Guys, I'm gonna be real with you right now. Every single day we record the PCP, I think to myself, what topics can I bring up? There are like 1 or 2 or 3 topics I think to bring up, and I think to myself, nah, the PCP sucks. It's gonna be political shit. I'm gonna save this for RFCK. But there's no chance of that. This PCP has no chance of being bad. I'm breaking it out. I'm breaking out the good topics.
Oh, okay.
All right. Finally, a good discussion.
I have one thing to
forever.
say before you get into the good topics, though. As of you listening to this, audience member, Bale JAPE finale is out and is on the apsadventures.site. Go watch it, go read it. Bale JAPE is done. I did it. It's not out for the members of the PCP to watch and listen to and react to right now. Unfortunately, I was hoping to get it done by now. But you will be able to see it. So links on the screen and in the description to my my big thing. Okay.
Yeah, his big dick that he's whipping around on the internet.
Yeah, okay, Hippo. That's like really cool and all. Like, you're like jailbait animation. Yeah, okay. Can we please talk about the thing that was released on my channel that is not viewable by the PCP members will be at the time that the viewers are listening to this? And that's the first episode of the TeenCP. Yes, that's right, the TeenCP. It's actually happened. It was a 9-man podcast that was recorded and will be released on my channel, and truly it was sublime. If you were a fan of the charismatic character that is the TeenCP from these voicemail series, then you will just quiver and quake and your asshole will break by the time that you listen to that fucking podcast. So look forward to that. And by look forward to that, I mean look forward in the past backwards, because you can click on the link in the description right now. Go click on JailBabe and cry because it's JailBabe, and then click on the TeenCP and then cry because
You keep
it's
saying
the
JailBabe.
TeenCP.
You keep saying
Bale
JailBabe. It's Bale JAPE. It's a JAPE.
I say jail babe every single fucking time, literally, like in text and in conversation.
Is it like a mistake?
Jail babe.
Is it a mistake, or is it just like, well,
No.
I remain unconvinced.
Okay, guys. Here's what's happening right now. As Tom said before the podcast, but you guys didn't hear because you don't have long enough ears. I am in Boston, Massachusetts right now.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Dude, knock on wood. There, I did it. What was supposed to happen? Don't know. Anyway, I'm here right now, and I'm in the vicinity of Tom, in like a 25 square meters. So we're gonna meet the hell up, and I've already meeting up with Ben. Tom wasn't there because he's in a wheelchair. He's wheelchair bound. We're gonna have to get like an actual wheelchair for you, and then push you around the common. It's gonna happen.
Dude, I can't wait. I'll just be the Bran of the PCP. I'll do nothing, but I'll be king by the end. It's gonna happen.
Yesterday, like a week ago, by the time the viewers are hearing this, I was with Ben and Kazi, and every time we like saw someone that was incapacitated in any way, like they were stumbling or like they were in a wheelchair,
we dropped to the ground laughing our fucking ass.
As you should.
No, we pointed and said that's Tom, and then dropped to the floor laughing. But there's so many. This trip to Boston is a truly sentimental one because this is the last time I will ever be in this city as a tourist. Ooh. This is the last time I will ever not live here. I don't know if I said this on the PCP. I'm sure I did, but I probably just, got in, got right out, and then, I went to the building, planted the bomb, and then just ran away as fast as I could, as you do. But yeah, I'm in college. Fully enrolled, fully put down everything that I need to. Not even like a maybe, probably gonna happen. Like, no, really gonna happen.
So you got accepted.
I got accepted. I put down my down payment. I have my roommate. I have my room assignments. I have fucking everything.
That's
dude.
Fucking legendary, dude. Congrats.
I know.
What is? I guess September is probably when you start.
Of course. So I'm here for another week. And then I'm going to be leaving, and then the next time I set foot in these fair isles, I shall be a resident. I shall be a legal resident.
You know what you should definitely do is at college in your class, you should get as many people to join RFCK as possible.
Oh, dude. Okay.
And then like when you do like a live RFCK like con. You'll have like thousands of people will be already in Boston to do it.
Oh, okay. No doubt. They're going... Oh, no.
Oh,
God. Oh, no. Oh, we were off to such a good... All right, guys. You know what? Pack it. The good topics are coming back into the bag. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to leave now.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's deafened himself.
Ben Saint came into the call, and by the way, OblivionFall, please play the sound that plays when you meet Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time when Ben entered the call. But anyway, just to finish that, I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. But
college.
Schemes to get people to play Endless War in college. I really thought about it. I am going to basically completely shift my life around in a pretty major way and sort of like fully dedicate myself to college, or at least at the very least that's the plan currently.
Oh, of course.
And yeah, I am going to go as hog wild as I possibly can, doing curricular and extracurricular activities and try and do clubs and all that sort of stuff like that to get the most bang for my buck. And part of that, I assume there will be some sort of, video game development club. If there's not, I'll literally just make one of my own because, fucking, are you joking me? Fucking art college is not going to be people who want to make video games.
Yeah. Disgusting. Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Yes. Of course, duh, fucking moron.
Ben was talking here, but wasn't recording his audio yet, because he's a moron.
Wait, that's usually because
Your
Nate's
microphone
here.
sucks, and also I hate you.
There he goes.
Just kick him. Somebody kick him. Just get him out of here.
By the way, I really hope that he wasn't recording thinking that we hadn't started the show yet, and now no one will be able to understand why we laughed. Really hope that was the case. By the way, audience, love you. Okay, anyway, back to what we were saying. I am going to shill Endless War so fucking hard in whatever game development or even just to anyone that I fucking know. I'll just wear an Endless War t-shirt that has a link to the Discord on it. But rest assured, I'm going to be shilling it.
You're going to be the most powerful person in college because everyone else is going to be like, yeah, so I just came from my parents' house and I'm ready to learn the ways of like anatomy and drawing and stuff. And you'll be like, I'm already a seasoned game designer. I have a video game. I have a huge audience. I make tons of money.
Yeah, I'm a
Why
game
am I even here?
producer.
I'm like teaching you guys. I'm teaching the classes now.
Dude, okay, when you got accepted to college, there was an email sent to you directing you to the Facebook group of the college, being like, hey, come on and mingle with some of the new Bingles. And then I thought, well, I'm a Bingle, might as well mingle. And then I moseyed on over, and then I posey on Bovard. And I got into the Facebook, and it was really uncomfortable and strange to actually post on Facebook. But rest assured, the other Zoomers there thought so as well, and so they made a Discord group. And I entered a Discord group for all of the freshmen that are attending and also know what Discord is, I guess. And it was a really interesting experience to be able to, you know, actually have prolonged conversations with people from the school. Because obviously, I'm no stranger to the school. I've been there on multiple occasions, been all over the campus, know a lot about it, about the ins and outs of it, and been to one or two social functions in there. You know, not major things, but I've been to some fucking hangout sessions with some of the people there. And they were nice, and one of the reasons I wanted to attend was that I thought that I could gel well with the people there. But I had not had, you know, prolonged conversations in a Discord-like chat experience. And so I was able to, the first time after receiving that link, click that link, I said to myself, and then did so. And entering the chat was... I think my first experience was something to the effect of wow, these people will be so fun to lead, you know? It was like walking into an orphanage, thinking to myself wow, I'll be the best executor of commands that anyone could possibly be ever. Where it's they were all nice people, but you could tell they were all a little bit insecure, so I know that I'm gonna be able to use that to my advantage and get them to do not evil things for me, but we're gonna be able to make cities. We shall make
in Minecraft.
In Minecraft, we're gonna be able to fucking achieve any goals with me at their helm. Me as their benevolent dictator overlord. I will be able to lead the
Are you gonna go in
greatness.
first day in the pizza jumpsuit?
Yeah, why not?
I think that's a good way to establish dominance, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure, dude. I'm unironically gonna wear the pizza jumpsuit because fucking, you know.
Yeah.
YOLO, bro. YOLO. It's in the initial Facebook group, it was customary to make a post saying hey guys, it's me, you know, check out me, teehee. And then I did so as well, and all the photos that I sent they were all from Anime Expo, and there was me and my pizza onesie kneeling next to a power box that had a picture of an ant on it doing a peace sign. Then it was me with Digi and Nate doing the neko anime pause with all the cat girl maids, and those were the images that
I saw that image recently. The one closest to you looks very disturbed.
That's gonna be the entirety of my college campus.
How long do you think it's gonna be for somebody who's gonna be like, oh my god, Munchie, you know Digi Bro?
I think it's... Dude, my Cassie goes to the school I'm going to, and she, by proxy, already gets people being you know someone who knows Digibro? So, it's gonna be...
She's
She
yeah,
knows
I know
Digibro.
myself, you fucking idiot. I've
Yeah.
met Digi Bro.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, huh? Worlds colliding. Were you recording last time? Of course not. Of course not, he says. Of course not.
Now,
Well, all right.
You know what, Ben? You know what, Ben? Fuck you.
No, don't you start up this here. No. Then I have the power to kick you.
No, you don't.
Oh, shit!
She does. She's the queen.
Do that and look like
regent.
the biggest piece of shit. Go right ahead.
I could.
I know.
I could.
alright,
I
alright.
like to
We're on
listen
to
to
the
the
Damocles is
shit.
above us all.
What are we talking about? What have I missed so far?
We were
Well,
talking about college. We were talking about how you and Ben aren't here, so now we are free to do as we please.
You mean me and Nate?
But you know
Did
what?
you just confuse me and
Yeah.
Nate?
No, I
Yeah.
said you and
No,
Nate.
you said you and Ben.
You said you and Ben.
Oh,
Yeah,
whatever.
obliterated
Same
with
person.
facts and logic. College sucks.
Yeah, we know. But right, new topic.
Sure,
Video games.
That's fine.
I have
Video
been
games suck.
working. No, this is a video game related topic. I've been working tirelessly, for weeks, for months, on JAPE. I am so close, as in it will be out by the time you're. I mean, I already said that already. And I've got a few panels left, and it will probably be out by the end of today, even.
Mm-hmm.
But I have been so fucking... I want to play a video game so hard. Every day, I'm looking at my DS, even. I'm looking at my 3DS, I'm looking at my consoles. I even bought a Nintendo 64 on a whim, just so I could have another game console. I could look at it and be like, hey, that's old.
So you can be like one of those
So you can
video
make fun
game
of it.
review men on YouTube with a wall of consoles
I could
behind you.
like be like that, and I look at my video games on the shelf, and I'm like, whoa. It hurts. It hurts so much not being able, like, not even Minecraft, not even like anything. I've just been working. I've
That's
gone
good.
insane.
That's good work.
But I want to say that during my time animating and drawing for so long, playing games is a good escape. You can't just give up sleep because you'll just burn yourself out. That's stupid. You can't give up entertainment entirely.
No.
So I have sort of failed the YouTube challenge that I started in the beginning of the year, where now I am on my off monitor, watching videos basically all the time, because I'm always basically drawing. So it's like, I failed, it sucks. I got about 3 months into that, and then I just sort of gave up, because it was...
Okay.
I mean, if you're just listening to them off tab while you're working, does that really count?
Yeah,
'Cause
well,
your
well,
whole-
it's
the
it
whole-
definitely
it
still
does
counts,
count.
Tom.
It definitely still counts. It's just sort of like
Consuming media.
it was easier for me to rationalize it when I was animating, because so much of that is like you can just sort of like tune out the thing. It just needs some sort of sound.
Wait,
I listened
but-
to music for a while.
but wasn't the whole point of doing it in the first place to prevent you from procrastinating and not doing like productive things with your time?
That was the point, and that's why I sort of was okay with quitting it. I might pick it up again later.
Well, that's what I was
It's
going
just
to
sort of
say.
like-
Is it's not
Yeah.
necessarily bad if you actually are working while you're doing it. The trap for me is that I'll start watching a video and work while I have it on, and then
Yeah,
that's not what
same.
happens.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So sometimes it does distract me, and I've noticed this, and I'm like, yeah, this is it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still distracting. It's still here, and I'm still letting myself be distracted on occasion.
Are you distracted in like you just start listening to the audio and not doing the work, or do you just tab over and start watching
Well,
the video?
I've been watching a lot of like
Glad for
T90
me.
streams of Age of Empires 2 competitive scene stuff. So like every so often he goes, "Oh my god, the quick wall," or whatever he says, like the terminology, and I'm like, "Whoa, I want to see that thing," and I click over and look at it and be like, "Yeah, that was very exciting," and then I go back to work. But like this
Is this video game lust different than normal? Because
it's all right.
Different
it
from
seemed like
normal
this was
lust?
I don't know what it
thing that
is.
was
I think I'm just in a nostalgic feeling. Like a lot of things are just reminding me of like, oh yeah, oh I want to play that game. I think it was because like during Hypocrite, every time I was thinking, oh, I should play that game that from my childhood, for the reason of like making a video about it and getting views and subscribers and money and stuff. And so
My
the
favorite.
prospect of playing a game would be to sit down, play it properly, take notes, do all the, record the footage. It will be a big hassle. And I did that for a while, and I ended up, like, not caring about video games by the end of, like, when I stopped doing the Hypocrite stuff. But now that that's never, like, is not a thing anymore, I can feel the lust of gaming again. I think that's what it is.
You know what? That kind of rolls into something that I've experienced the last couple days, because I've been playing nothing but like Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, and Bloodborne. I've like marathoning all of them back to back. I've put like 200, 300 hours into those games over the past couple weeks. And just yesterday, I think it came in, I ordered the Analog Mega SG, which is like a HD version of a Sega Genesis. They like remade it. So it's not emulation, it's like real hardware. They like re-engineered all the hardware and made it so it outputs to 1080p. So it can work with HD TVs and like not be shit. So I got that because I wanted to start playing Sega again because I'm making a Sega game essentially. Exactly.
That's the one.
That's
Very
the
same.
one. The only Sega, the only one that ever existed. The rest aren't real. So I wanted to get into those games again to kind of like get me inspired and like be like, okay, this is how these games kind of work. This is what the visuals look like. This is like some gameplay mechanics I could learn from. And it was interesting because I played like Bloodborne especially because that's my favorite one I've played so far, and I just did nothing else. Like I just got up, played Bloodborne, went to bed, and like for like a week, it was bad. But with Sega games, they're like so much simpler that like I'll just play them for like a half an hour and be like, I'm good. Because like they're not immersive and like soul consuming. They're just like simple little games that like you can't get sucked into. And it's interesting that way. So I'm like playing Sega, I'll just play it for like 20 minutes. I'll be like, I'm good. I got my inspiration. I can go back and doing work now.
Back in the day, the games were built around the idea of you die a lot, and
Oh,
therefore, in order to see more, you can pay money and in the arcade and stuff. And so they brought that to home consoles with that design philosophy. But now, a lot of it is how can we keep you staying here and, you know, just repeating the same tasks every day over and over again with like daily quests and mobile games with that sort of that keeps you coming back rather than putting a quarter in the thing.
I was talking.
Hey! I want to quickly say. I want to quickly say. Do you guys this whole topic reminded me of back when I had my very first Xbox. I only had one Xbox, but it was like the first Xbox. And on one of the games, it had like previews of other games, and you could play them for free, the demos. And it was kind of like such a weird thing because it was only like that was the only time I actually had like a game that had other games on it that you can sort of play a little bit as demos. That's like, was that a thing? Was that like a
I think
thing?
there were
consoles
demos back in the
demos on your console.
Oh,
like some early Xbox games did do that. Like you'd buy a lot of first-party Microsoft titles. I think did that. They'd have options to play like demos of other games that they had published because they were trying to get people into like the Xbox ecosystem. I don't think PlayStation really did that much. PlayStation had the official PlayStation magazine, and every month that came with a demo disc. So that's just like kind of a big gimmick.
PMX2 or PSM2 or whatever it was called.
Oh God.
PMS2. Bigger, faster,
yes.
bloodier.
Super
the
Smash Bros.
reckoning.
Brawl had that with the masterpiece.
PM2S.
I know in America it was OPM, the official PlayStation magazine.
Opium, you know, they're addictive.
Yeah, it was very addictive because that's where I first played Shinobi, my favorite PS2 game.
I think that I'm broken. For some reason, I don't even think it's tied to like productivity or, you know, I don't know, maturing or anything to that effect. But I've just lost all will to play video games, and it makes me feel kind of weird because it's not as though I don't want to play video games in the sense that I don't like them.
Normal.
It's just that I have
you're broken.
no
Get
like
a factory reset.
You should
man.
you should try Enter the Gungeon if you like Nuclear Throne.
No, that's not it. That's not.
Well, I'm just saying that. I'm saying that because I feel that way sometimes, but then other times I will like. Yeah, I'll stumble across a game and that'll engage me for a while and I'll play a lot of it. So I'm just saying, like, you know, I think you and I have kind of similar tastes in some games.
We do.
So then, like, that's
sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. I feel like this is something that has happened to me. Probably will happen to you, or you're going through it right now. Is where like you used to like. You know, have so much free time as a younger person, you can play a game for an entire day. I used to play World of Warcraft a lot during the summer, just all the time, and I would get so much XPs and gold.
What an embarrassment of XPs.
Yeah. But like, after I started having responsibilities and school wasn't a chore, it was like a choice. I was doing things because I wanted to learn or wanted to get better at things. I had realized that there were certain things that I just want to work towards, and the time for gaming was like a couple hours every so often, and then it just sort of became like, you know, less and less. Now, most of the time where I play games is only when I really feel like it, and that's not every day. I mean, right now it is, but like, yeah, like I used to go every day playing at least one game at a certain amount of time, and now I can go a week without like picking up a thing.
My media consumption has really just been twisted in terrible ways, where it's not that I don't think video games are worth my time, it's just that I've really been funneled into YouTube, right? Where it's right there on my desktop, so close within reach. I always have tabs open on a Firefox. I'm working in Google Drive or something. Just click that little plus, type
Just
U,
click that
and
little
you're fucking
bell
there.
to get notifications every time I
Exactly.
upload a new
yeah,
video.
literally get notifications. And you're fucking every 5 seconds you're going in.
If
So
you don't
there
click
are,
that
like,
bell
shows,
on the PCP, you're a fucking fool.
there are shows and
comment,
TV
and subscribe.
shows
Share this video with all your
and-
friends. Share it on social media.
and video games and movies and all that sort of stuff that I want to watch. But it's just locating movies online, even if I have to torrent or I can even just go to like some free illegal streaming site, it's so much easier to do YouTube, which is really a problem. And I've limited my YouTube usage. Funnily enough, while you're getting off the YouTube challenge, I'm tightening it, not to the point where you did, where it was like, you know, no YouTube ever, because I realized that just would, like, I wouldn't be able to do that, so why even try?
Munchie, the way you were describing feeling about video games is a way that I felt for a long time about movies. Like, I
feel that way about movies ever since I was born.
I barely ever watch movies. I have no desire to, like, seek out movies to watch. I hardly even know how I would do it. And I feel that way in spite of the fact that logically I know that there is a Netflix subscription, like, directly down the stairs from where I'm sitting right now that I have free access to. But I'm just like, why would I ever do that? What's my motivation?
I think
that being, I did watch Fury Road a couple weeks ago, which was pretty great. But I'm like, okay, I watched a movie for the first time in like 20 years. I think that's good for another 20. You know,
I feel the
there's
same
a lot
way
of
about
movies that I know that I would like because I've been recommended them before, and that I know that, you know, or, you know, whatever. I watched a YouTube video essay and I thought, wow, that would be good. And I think just in concept, watching art as an artist is pretty valuable to broaden your, you know, artistic palette.
It is. You know, Merriweather messaged me to give me his hot take on the whole Pro Jared thing the other day. And he, like, sort of after we talked about that, he recommended me a manga, and I was like, man, I should, you know, I don't know, you know, maybe I'll check out this manga, but in particular, I should read more manga. I should get back into reading manga. I should consume more media that isn't dudes on YouTube talking about other media. Because, like, what the fuck is that?
Agreed.
Yeah, like,
we should continue watching that anime then.
we should. Mage, I've been waiting to say this. I'm sorry I snapped at you. I think when you, the thing about kicking me, I took it as sincere, and I'm pretty sure it was a joke. The thing is,
It was.
I like directly rolled out of bed and like turned on Discord to get in here, and I don't think I was thinking properly. I think I responded inappropriately. Okay, I've been waiting to say that for like 20 minutes or 10 minutes now. Okay.
I appreciate it, but it's fine. I thought you were just doing the meme that we did on the quick draw.
Yeah, the quick draw screen. No,
The quick draw.
subscribe to Quick Draw, everybody. No, I was just legitimately grouchy because I just woke up.
Guys,
Can we just say that real quick, just in the middle here? People are like, "Where's the Drawcast?" But like, if you liked the Drawcast, then you would fucking know.
Sure.
You fake fucking.
Yeah,
fan.
the Drawcast has mutated and split off like a tumor, like a brain tumor exploding out of one's head cavity. You know, like they like to do.
Like a numeral 2 oomer.
Yeah, like a TOOMER. It has split off into its own organism and is now the channel known as Quick Draw. And there's what, like 4 of them out now?
Yep.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Click that fucking link,
It's
bro.
good. I think all of us are in. Tom hasn't appeared on episode yet, but you can. I think.
No, definitely.
I
He
need
doesn't do fucking 2D art because he's too good. Hey guys, my name's Tom here. Where's my Hollywood Hall of Fame?
What if, okay, now I don't know how viable this is, but what if Tom just did like a 3D model in the time that the rest of us were doing a 2D, like a super low,
that would show us
like
up,
a
for
super
sure.
low poly, obviously, like I'm sure it would be really hard. Tom, question, do you think it was like, how viable do you think is the idea of creating a 3D model of a thing in like 15 minutes? Is that even possible?
It would depend on what you're drawing. Like a human character, probably not, because you have to like model it, then you have to rig it, then you have to texture it.
What if we were like,
takes a while.
okay, hypothetical, what if it was like, okay, last episode of the Quick Draw, we revisited the idea from the Drawcast of limited color palette, and it was great. My palette was the best. What if we were what if we were like, hey, here's a color palette, make any model you want and use this color palette for it in 15 minutes. Now, I don't know anything about 3D modeling, so I haven't.
I don't I mean, at least for me, it would not be enough time. Like, I can draw. I can still do drawing and be on Quick Draw.
I know.
I
I know. I'm just thinking, like, what if? Like, what if some fucking weirdo like Tom were to come in here and in Blender or whatever and do some out there nonsense?
Just blend something together.
Yeah, just blend it all
we
together.
wouldn't have fruit as the topic though, but Ben. So sorry, but you're gonna have to leave now. You've been voted off.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway,
Now
click
I'm
that
gonna
fucking link
reply.
and
I'm
click the draw
gonna reply as though you're sincere, but this time I'm gonna be sad instead of mad.
Hell yeah, sick.
You know, on the topic of broadening horizons and seeing
Yes,
like
please.
lots of different types of art, I've also been feeling like YouTube is like generally just sort of sludge, just sort of like grimy sludge. That's it smells
it's
alright.
it's
but
like
you,
that
you-
video. It's like
you,
that.
you wouldn't want to live there, but we all do.
It's like that
and it's
Davoo
we gotta-
video
we gotta
about
move.
how YouTube is stomach acid. Remember?
Stomach acid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Davoo, good Davoo. Davoo's good. Hey, what a
Classic
good
Davoo.
boy.
I agree.
If only we could have him on the
I've been having
podcast.
the same YouTube
Wait, hashtag
rut
where's
for
the
the last
Davoo?
couple days, and like I've been thinking more and more about like really wanting to make that website I keep talking about, where it's like a YouTube, but everyone can only upload one video a week, and that's it.
Oh yeah.
And
There was this one.
I want to do that. I want that to be a real site.
There was this one thing that I watched a Digi video, and in the background, I think it was a Let's Argue, and there was a bunch of like manga volumes, like really small, low resolution in the background, floating past him. I saw one that was like, hang on, I think that girl looks pretty cute. Pause. Cut that image out. Search by image. I went on a journey to try and find this manga. Because, I don't read that many manga. I read One Piece, and Bleach and Naruto are both over. Dragon Ball Z is not really a thing. One Piece is the only manga I see. So I was like, if this is good, then this will be a really funny way to have found it. So I searched by image, I found the cover. It's kind of obscure. I forgot the name of it, honestly, because it turns out the girl was cute and the guy is a good artist, but the manga was shit and it was boring and stupid.
What was the premise?
But
What was the
I just
premise?
liked that journey of like discovering something, just because it's sort of like difficult to do, like rather than getting a recommendation from someone, just like
Yeah, you just like you found it yourself essentially. You're like, this looks interesting. No one told me it was interesting.
I want to know the premise now. Why was
it was there was a girl who had like someone she loved fell from a tree, and this guy was like, I'm gonna cut down this tree, and she was like, don't do that, fuck you. And then it's like a romance between those two characters.
Wait,
from what I gathered,
between her and the guy who wants to cut down the tree.
it was a boy. It was a young boy who's like, fuck this tree, I hate this tree, and it's obviously gonna be like a romance between the two of them. But then some weird like angel magical stuff came up, and it was just sort of like, that's not really cool. That's kind of lame. That's sort of like bad writing. That's sort of like 0 out of 10. What is this, Game of Thrones?
And she doesn't want him to cut down the tree because someone she loved fell out of it and died, I presume?
Well, it was someone fell and broke their legs and couldn't walk, but if the tree wasn't there, they would have fallen to their death, sort of thing. I don't remember it very closely. I was just sort of skimming it. It was like this. I mean, it was very obscure. The scanlations I saw were like so low resolution. It was very hard to see a lot of detail. When like a manga is like it's online and it's so like grainy that certain lines are like cut out because of the low resolution. Like thin lines are sort of like dots.
The old days, the struggle.
Yeah. So it was, but the girl was a good girl. I like that design.
I really do feel like it's been a disservice to me, like as like a person. I feel like I'm not as edified as I should be because I am so like cut off from media, traditional media, I guess I would call it, even though that's not really true. I just mean like non-regurgitated, non-stomach acid media, which is the bulk of what I listen to. But I am fixing that, and I would no way say conquered it in any way. But when you start a new thing and you can feel in the bowels of your bowels that that this is a good idea and stick with this and good things will happen. Absolutely. I've made a big change in my life, and I've downloaded an application. I want to just say to everyone in this group and in the audience something that you need to hear, because we've all heard free will doesn't exist. But here's the true red pill. Self-control doesn't exist. It doesn't matter if you want to do something. And if you say to yourself, I'm gonna make a change in my life, I'm just gonna go to the gym, and then you stop thinking about it, nothing will ever be accomplished if you think to yourself, I'm just gonna rely on my self-control. Self-control doesn't exist. You are an animal. You're a beast. You need a harness to be able to control your rage. If left to your own devices, no matter what, I don't care if you're the fucking president, you will turn into a carnivorous beast if left to your own devices. You need to create a cage that is just comfortable enough around you to not, chafe, but just tight enough to not allow you to be the depraved monster that you know that you are. So instead of just, being like, guys, you know what, this is all cool and well, I'm going to stop watching YouTube and I'm going to get, in on some more traditional media. I'm going to play some video games, I'm going to watch some movies. That will not happen. Because why would I? I haven't changed anything about my life. I have not changed the system under which I operate. And if the system isn't changed, why would I expect a different outcome when I execute the program that is my life? Change that fucking code. And what code am I changing? I've downloaded a program called Cold Turkey. And it's an app blocker that literally forbids me from opening YouTube and will not allow me to. I hear you all clicking to fucking go Google. It will not allow me to watch YouTube videos or various other things, such as Discord. I have scheduled blocks under which, from sleeping time, literally it locks me out of my computer. This is hardcore shit I'm dealing with right now.
I've seen that. I was looking for similar things because I wanted to block Discord for the first 19 hours of the day so that I only jump on at the end to just talk when I'm tired with friends and stuff. But that fucking turkey thing, you gotta pay for it. And as soon as money was involved, I was shit.
You recommended me
shit.
You recommended me another timer app. God, what was it called, Munchie? The thing about
Toggle?
tracking how
Toggle? You don't have to pay for
Yeah,
Toggle.
you fucking do. I went to the website and it wasn't free.
No.
No, you don't.
The mobile app is free.
Right now.
Is that's the one that's you can put in how much time you spend on things, right?
Yeah. I'm using it for free. You're just a freak. You're a freak, bro.
I'm not. No, I'm normal.
No, you're a freak.
There's a
one thing about
pricing
Toggle?
section here.
I'm sure you can get a pro version. But
Yeah, you
cares
get a
about that?
premium
Here, and it's
thing for
enterprise
whatever.
is custom pricing, premium and starter. None of them are free. I don't fucking understand.
Maybe it's only free on the mobile app.
No, I have it on desktop. You're just a freak, dude. Plain and simple. It knows it, and it won't let you download it. Except
Yeah.
free.
All right.
I guess I wouldn't either if I were Toggle.
One thing about Toggle, I tried. I got Dalio and Toggle the day you mentioned those.
Yes.
Dalio has been pretty good, 22, 23 days in a row. I don't remember.
55 days, dude.
So I've been doing that. That prompts me when I turn on my phone, how was your day? It's oh yeah, it was good. It's been good most days. Sometimes it's rad. But Toggle, I tried for a week and then I stopped using it because a lot of the time, you press a button, it starts a timer, you press the button again, and that is a chunk of time that you have logged while you're doing something. So when I would draw, I would press the button, draw, and then when I feel like I needed a break, I press the button again, and then at the end of the day, I can see how many hours I was spending on certain things. That's good. It's just when I get distracted by certain things, I don't remember, because I'm being distracted, I don't remember to press the button, and then the data started to become all over the place, hours of I wasn't animating for those extra hours, I think I was doing something else, shit, I said, and then I just sort of fell out of using it, because it's sort of... I can't really glean too much from it. The only thing that it's good for, really, is the idea that there is a timing thing going on during work so that you're less likely to be distracted.
Yeah.
It's sort of like having a boss over you, like tapping his wrist, like you better get this certain amount of hours in. Like,
Like the only real benefit is the side benefit. The main benefit doesn't work. I get
disagree, and I think that the problem that you're putting forward is actually a feature, and one thing that I quite like about it. I think there's so many minor transition costs when you do what I do. Draw for a little bit, make a few lines, go back to YouTube, click on a YouTube video, watch for a couple seconds, then go back to drawing. The switching back and forth between those apps, obviously the clicking time is nothing, but your brain just focusing in on the drawing, like, oh fuck, what was I doing? Or coding, like, oh fuck, where was I? What was I doing? Milliseconds, right? But those add up. And I think that they are distractions. YouTube videos and, whatever, podcasts, anything else that could theoretically be in that position is a distraction and therefore detrimental to you being as productive as you possibly could be. So, yeah, you're right. The data will be skewed. So, don't do an unhealthy behavior. It's an active disincentive to do something that is bad and that I don't think is a good thing. So, when I click on that timer, I think to myself, okay, I know what I have to do. I'm going to work for whatever many hours that I think is appropriate, and I won't do anything else because one thing that goes hand in hand with the cold turkey thing, which is I can schedule out blocks, is that I have clear working times and I have clear free leisure times, and so I think to myself, okay, I'm going to be working for this long. I'm going to start a timer. I'm going to work, and I'm not going to be distracted because I know I will have time to goof off soon. So why be distracted now? Just get my work done. I do it. I clock out. And it's fucking primo, dude. It's fucking prosciutto. Wrap that shit in mozzarella and eat that. Literally delicious. It's fucking basil. Straight up.
Straight up basil, bro.
Straight up basil on a t-shirt. Click on screen right now.
It's funny because most people go to work and have a real job, and it does that automatically. You have work time and relax time, but we have to do that ourselves.
I don't know, guys. Like for me, I have to have something in the background to work. I can't work without the noise. So
hold on.
Yeah.
There are podcasts and music I think are well worth my time. This isn't like a time to close myself off in a cave, I have to be fully dedicated to my work. No brain power can be allocated. There are many podcasts which are not two dudes talking about fucking nothing that I think are extremely beneficial to my being, to my core, that I think unironically edify me. And I think it's important and fun for me to listen to. And there are tons of audiobooks I can listen to, and just tons and tons of music. How often do I listen to music? Fucking never, besides when I'm working. How much do I love music? Quite a bit. So, it's not that I'm trying, I'm making a cage for myself that is not chafe. It merely restrains myself and makes me more disciplined.
Okay,
it's been fantastic for me.
That's not what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, I need the noise to work. What I do is I find a playlist of something I don't particularly care about, but interested just enough to sort of tune in every now and then, but it's not something important or worthy that I have to pay attention properly. For instance, I've been, so you guys know the people who read out Reddit posts and stuff,
sure.
Our whoosh or our / that happened. So I just find one of them and they upload daily. I go to play all the videos and I just have that playlist going in the background and I don't have to switch between the videos. It's just constant noise and I don't particularly need to I take in a little bit, just enough to get the context. And I'm drawing and I'm focusing on my drawing for the most part. I get just enough of that noise to keep me going and from getting irritated, because I get irritated when there's no noise and I can't focus on my work, and then I just end up browsing for forever trying to find something to listen to because I just cannot work. On other days, if I find a really good song that's really catchy or something like that, and I just put that song on loop for fucking 5 hours, that one song. God. On loop while I'm drawing, because it gives me that inspiration to draw and keep going. And I have to, and like if I switch to a different song, it changes the mood, because different songs, different moods, different feelings behind it, but I need that one specific song, so I have that song on loop, and that's how I work, and I cannot work without the noise.
Yeah, I feel like if there's like a podcast that is truly edifying or like super important and you really love listening to it, that would be way more of a distraction than something like a Game Grumps playlist that you've heard like 8 times already.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Something to dull the brain. Like, what was that thing? That Japanese thing, the bamboo that goes up and down with the water feature.
Oh
thing.
yeah, I know that.
Like
katana?
that's like the sound of running water is supposed to be calming, and it's just supposed to create like noise. I think it's calming because it's just sort of a background stuff like noise to fill in, so that you're not like noticing small sounds and thinking about what they could be, or you're not noticing your own bodily movement sounds. It's just sort of like your ears get to turn off while this noise plays, so you can focus more on the things that you're looking at.
I don't disagree that white noise is valuable, nor do I think that people shouldn't use it. And Mage, if you feel like you are not distracted by the YouTube videos, well, that's fine. I do feel like that, and that's why I'm working to solve.
Yeah, it has to be certain kind of content, because if it's something I'm genuinely interested in and want to listen to, I'm gonna get distracted by it because I want to focus on that. But if it's something I can just sort of like, it's not important, it's kind of like trash, but at the same time I'm vaguely interested, it's just like, haha, it's a funny sort of story, but it's not mandatory for me to listen to, it's not something important, then I can just have it in the background and not really.
See, my brain works really weird, where that there are certain tasks I can do with background noise. Like if I'm drawing, I'll usually have music or something on in the background just to kind of keep part of my brain occupied while I'm doing this. But if I'm reading anything, if I'm writing anything, or if anytime something gets really difficult, like if I'm doing like coding stuff for my game or whatever, and like I run into a problem, all that has to immediately be turned off. I need 100% of my brain on this topic, or I can't absorb any of it.
If I'm writing dialogue or sketching and coming up with poses, I can't listen to anything. If I'm inking, I can listen to something because it's a little more mindless.
If I am editing a video, or something that requires a lot more focus, I probably have to turn it, like, especially if I'm editing a video, I have to listen to audio, then fuck yeah, I need to turn that shit off. Otherwise
let's talk about Twitter. Hippo.
Okay.
Hippo. I see here's my ego. I see this Red Man comic. I got into some internet drama recently. I said some guy was dumb. I didn't need to say it, but I said it anyway. I guess I'm the dumb one. Is this about me?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I made that weeks ago.
Oh,
I
did you?
have like a stockpile of Red
Oh,
Mans.
I see. It's not okay. I read that and I was like, I think this is about me.
Ben was ready to fight.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even argue.
I don't necessarily think you getting into Twitter arguments is a bad thing. I think it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And you clearly enjoy some of it.
Yeah, I do.
But
I say
generally arguing is exhausting, and you get a little tired after a while.
I mean, like with the Mauler thing the other day, like I got a little tired of answering to like these fucking randos. But I felt, like, obligated to explain myself when I thought they said something that was like, oh, I can actually see how you might have misinterpreted. I don't know. They were all mostly just fucking dumb idiots who were just like, Mahler's smart, and you're stupid for not agreeing with him. Why do you think he's wrong? Haha, you're the one who just thinks he's wrong with no explanation. Like, god damn it. So that was terrible. I don't know, people have been criticizing me. People say they hate my tweets, they hate my Twitter. People unfollow me because I have opinions. And because I don't just post something sarcastic with like a fucking shitty photo edit, because that's what people want on Twitter, I guess. I don't like that. I like getting mad at people when they're stupid, and I'm not going to apologize for that.
Constructive conversation, though. I mean, to be fair,
Twitter
say what, Tom?
Twitter can be difficult to have like a constructive conversation on because of
Yeah.
the character limit.
If there were no, I could have made a much better explanation of what my point was.
longer.
No one would read a twit longer. I could have made a much more clear explanation of what I was arguing about without the character limit. But I mean, that's just the nature of Twitter.
I think the character limit is one aspect of it. I feel like a lot of it is just reading everything in order is impossible. Like, I heard that you were having a thing with Marla, and I know what Marla is, so I was like, oh, I wonder if this is interesting. I couldn't follow any of it. I tried, clicked through and through.
To understand what...
So wait, who's the... Where does it...
to understand what I was talking about, you would have had to kind of follow the thread of his conversation with Lindsay Ellis, back a couple posts to, see what he had been saying.
It's like that's the sort of stuff that causes people to come into half of one aspect of the conversation, see something out of context essentially, and react to it on its own, and then it's like a wretched hive of scum and villainy and misinterpretations and just people easily getting angry at stuff, which is why it seems like a stupid place to do it, but
that's why you should use Twitter
surprising.
only to shitpost.
It's surprising to me how little Twitter not being my life at all has affected me. I would think, since I use it so often, that there would be a big gaping Twitter a hole in my heart, but it's been pretty quickly eaten up by YouTube and just work in general, or just other things. And so I haven't been on Twitter in probably literal months. Literally, I only have the Quick Draw Twitter as my set login for every device because I use it so little. It's the only thing that I need to use it for. And so I have no idea what this debate is, who Mahler is, and what is even happening in it. But I know that I don't want to know.
Mahler's just
this is going to lead this podcast to a dark route.
I'm gonna educate you anyway. Mahler's just a fucking intellectual jackass. That's all you need to know. That's.
Oh, I hate intellectuals.
I watched,
he's an anti-intellectual.
He made a 8-part. I don't remember the number of parts, but it totaled 19 hours video series deconstructing H-Bomber Guy's Defense of Dark Souls 2 in excruciating detail. And I watched that because it was he has a pretty good voice. He talks in depth about everything, so it's
he talks in depth in the sense that he specifically points out every tiny thing. That's why he makes 4-hour-long videos criticizing 2-hour-long movies.
Yeah, it's essentially like a reaction video, but he reacts to every sentence and every word. And
I know that guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Every single guy on YouTube, that's the guy.
No, wait, hold on. Actually, I know who Mahler is, not by name, but because my friend showed me him a couple weeks ago, and he said, he put on Mahler on his fucking PS4 on the TV, and he said, just watch a little bit of this, and tell me what what this is. So I put it on for 2 minutes, and I couldn't understand what the point was.
Yeah.
And then it clicked for me that there is no point. He's recapping the movie frame by frame.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that what My Little Pony people used to do?
Not
the reaction
the bad
community,
ones, maybe.
whatever you would call it, the idea of taking a video. It's I think it's spawned near around the Brony fandom, but the idea of reacting to a video by, usually a YouTube video, by just pausing what they were saying, well that's stupid, continuing the video, and then pausing again. It's well that's also stupid. You're pretty stupid, huh? And they would do that and get into big disputes. And it's really good for drama, it's really good for views.
Yeah.
And people started doing it about movies and games and all sorts of things.
Really just cranks that algorithm.
I don't even necessarily hate it all the time, because it's not like everybody who does that is immediately wrong about what they're saying.
That in and of
just
itself is not offensively bad.
It sounds like the everything wrong with sort of series that people are doing.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit like that.
Basically, it's everything wrong with. Someone said this on Twitter, and I agree. It's Mahler is basically everything wrong with if, instead of each sin taking 5 seconds, he talked about each one for 12 minutes.
And there's no dings.
And there's no dings.
Oh, but the dings, though.
Oh, God.
I love the dings. They're so funny.
How will I know there's a mistake
Roll
if there's
credits.
no ding?
Well,
Roll credits.
God, awful. Do you guys... We all hate CinemaSins, right? That's not a hot take, right? Okay.
Oh no, that's not a hot take at all.
Okay.
There's like
That's fucking
there's a whole
ice cold.
community around videos about why CinemaSins is not good.
They're all... I love those videos. I love that shit.
I watched a few.
Yeah. There's one in particular by the guy who does the everything wrong with. Well,
Oh yeah, he was.
his breakdown is really good. Well, so I don't know. The thing I don't like about Mahler is like that he makes those videos. That's kind of dumb. But the really bad thing is, I mean, you guys know that he claims that his criticism is objective. Like he literally says that, and he says that everyone else is unobjective, subjective, and he thinks that the way to be objective in your criticism is just to not read any subtext into anything and only point out objectively true things like plot holes.
Yeah,
This is his
it's
thing.
a little strange. The thing is, though, I don't know what quote that information comes from.
He said it a bunch of
And
times.
so I'm like-
I swear.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, sure, I'm sure he has. It's just sort of like there's a lot of, yeah, what would you call it? Anger, I guess, about like certain internet people for having stupid ideas about stuff.
Yeah.
It just comes from a place of like lack of charity. I can't think
Lack
of the
of
words.
charity. What?
Well, like maybe he's said that, right?
Yeah.
Pretty dumb.
Multiple
but, like,
times in multiple contexts.
Okay, I'm not saying he didn't say that. I'm not saying he doesn't believe
Okay.
that. I'm just saying, why is that even a bad thing? He's just a guy
What-
doing his stuff.
What? Hold on. Why is it a bad thing? I mean, like, hundreds of thousands of people watch his videos and agree with them.
But how is that so bad?
Because he's wrong.
To you.
I don't know.
No, not to me.
A lot of people can be wrong without
Well, to
even
me,
knowing
too.
it. It's not like
All right, here's my hot take. Here's my searing hot take. People can be wrong some of the time and right some of the time, and people can be right some of the time and wrong some of the time.
When people are wrong, is it not acceptable?
I'm not defending
or...
him. I'm just using that as a branching off point for that hot take because I feel like
Yeah.
you say one wrong thing and then everything else you said is demonized forever.
But it's not just someone said a wrong thing. It's someone repeatedly says a wrong thing, and hundreds of thousands of people say, "Yeah, I think that too." Is that not a problem?
I mean, depends on what they're talking about. Is it just movies and stuff?
Basically, yeah.
I mean, it has a potential to be like if they're taking his word as gospel. So if he starts saying something more malicious, like kill all the cats in the world, and everyone's like, yeah, fuck cats, then that's the problem.
Well,
I mean,
just solve the cat
objectively, cats
Stop.
are bad. We have to destroy cats.
Mm.
Oh,
You have a cat.
objectively, that's true, and objectively, I agree.
No, stop.
The
that would be bad, but just like I think this movie sucks, and everyone's like, yeah, that movie sucks. Just like that's not gonna.
I don't
it's
know.
not.
The-
It's not just that a movie sucks. It's a whole way of thinking that is like bizarre and like just misguided.
Yeah, I mean, like you're free to argue with these people if you think they're wrong. That's
I mean,
the
that's
whole...
what he does.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm not against you arguing with the people. It's just like
Is it more a matter of who cares? Shrug.
yeah, a little bit. But no,
Yeah,
it's just
I
I don't know
like
about you guys.
don't-
When I see someone who when I see people that just have like bad logic and are just arguing
God,
something
audience,
on
I'm
like a totally
sorry it happened.
on like a totally like
What happened?
fucked up logical
No,
basis,
Tom, we're
I
teetering
want
on the edge.
I
It
want to
hasn't
be
happened.
like,
It hasn't
hey,
happened.
let me point out why this is bad. What?
Yeah.
Well, there's just some like movie guy,
The-
right? He's
the
done,
thing
like, an
is- the
alright
thing
bit.
As long as you're
I-
bitching about
instead of-
movies, I don't really care.
He's. I
Like-
mean,
like,
he doesn't.
Alright,
He doesn't really get into politics. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's sympathetic to like the whole like anti-SJW thing, but that's not. I mean, in some of his reviews, like in the Captain Marvel, it kind of. I don't know. You can kind of feel it in the way he talks about certain things, but he's not like explicitly being like, "No, let me take this bit to talk about why Trump isn't as bad as everyone says he is." He's not doing like that or anything. Yeah.
Alright. I feel like the general idea that a certain, large number of people are thinking in a damaging way it's sort of, I don't know. I think I'd rather like look at it from like an observational perspective rather than thinking, oh no, this guy is, making all these people think this different way. I feel like it's all these people resonate with this way of thinking.
Yeah.
And I just I wonder why that. Like, I don't think this guy is contributing to anything in particular. I feel like a lot of people maybe watch CinemaSins and then they think, I'm going to grow up and now I'm 12 and now I will watch Mauler because it's the same thing but a little more edgy, I guess.
I have no opinion on this topic specifically as defined just now, but I have something that's very adjacent to it. I don't want to switch off just yet. Very respectful, but I will say that... I don't know what I was gonna say. Never mind. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Okay,
Take that out.
sick.
Take what I just said out.
Don't take it out. Don't take anything out. Leave it all in.
Reverb it. Echo it and reverb it like Munchie's making a grandiose speech that we're all like, oh wow.
I have like triumphant music in the background.
I like having an editor. He can do all the things. We can be just like, hey editor, hello.
Did you say? Did you guys see? Maybe you didn't on Twitter. OblivionFall's video of him asking Rebel Taxi, "Where's the podcast?"
Yes, it was fucking great.
I didn't watch all of it because I assumed the crowd wouldn't get it and it would be very awkward.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's kind of the point. Like, of course, they're not all going to know what he's talking about.
And I'm like, are they just having fun with the memeing, or like were they PCP fans? Because there were a lot of people who seemed to have laughed.
There were a surprising number of people who acted as though they like knew the context.
Yeah. That was the part I was surprised about. I thought he was just gonna get weird stares sitting back down, but there were some people who were like high fiving him, like, "Yeah, dude,
that's what
good job."
That's what I would have assumed too. But no, there were people that were like, "Yeah, where is the podcast, bro?"
If you were at that thing and you heard OblivionFall say that, comment below and say, yes, I'm both a Rebel Taxi con goer and a PCP fan.
It's at MomoCon, I think.
How do you justify being both at the same time?
Where's the loyalty?
OblivionFall was on. I'm not sure what the panel was, but I was talking to him last night, and he said he was on some panel at, I assume MomoCon. That's the one that's going on right now, right? And I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that I don't think there's anything wrong with like fighting for what you believe in the sense that, Ben, you want to debate about, this guy being wrong? I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's pretty shit point, pretty shit brain, and you should probably take it to the toilet.
Yeah.
But aside from that, which is fucking boring and who cares, the real shit is what you said at the beginning, Hippo, of people are just like really fucking like down. Like, no charity. There's no, like,
Agreed.
Someone says something kind of wrong, fucking obliterated. Gone. Forever now. And I feel like...
What do you mean now? Like, what do you mean? Like, kids these days, people these days are so ready to...
I mean, after making a mistake.
It seems like when people make a bad point, they become a bad person. Mm-hmm. And I think we should focus on talking about ideas, not people. Like, if you have a bad idea, shit on the bad idea all you want.
Well,
but don't hold the person who said it accountable
I would have
demonize everything
I would have.
else.
No, I would have
you're
done
doing
that.
I'm just talking in like a general sense.
Okay,
No,
but let me
I'm
just
not
use
talking about
my
that at all.
example. Is I would have done that, except that the people who jumped in to disagree with me didn't. At least for a while, until I pointed it out, like, they weren't jumping in to be like, here's why I think Mahler's argument was a good one, or here's why I think this idea is a good one. It was like they were jumping in to be like, look at this idiot who disagrees with Mahler, and that was like end of thought.
I mean, you're always
That's
gonna
the
have
Twitter
fucking
culture and
sheeple like that. That's just. I'm sure we have sheeple who would do that too. It's just
Please
it's
do
inevitable.
Maybe.
I do.
It's the essentially a smug anime face they posted.
I don't even know if it comes from like
Someone literally
anything
responded with
malicious.
basically just a Pepe and like basically nothing else. And I was like,
Dude, that guy loves
point
Forky.
kinda
taken.
funny. That's kind of funny.
Me and you, Ben, were talking about this sort of yesterday. Talking about like winning debates. And I feel like that sort of like no charity stems from that sort of thing, where it's like you want to be right? You want to show that you are smart and deserving of an apple. and so you
I want an apple.
are trying to be like, dude, so wait, you're saying this? Like, that's pretty unrealistic. And then they go ding, roll credits. And you get zinged on fucking Twitter, and so you want to retaliate and say that they are a monster or a retard.
Well,
I feel like
Get an apple? Can I get an apple, please?
yeah, sure.
I don't.
Yeah.
Hot
into a
take.
horse.
I don't particularly like apples. They're okay.
Oh,
Some of them are
no.
okay.
Got an apple in
Some-
chat. Got an apple in chat.
Some
Post
some
an
are
apple
better
in
than
chat
others,
the
but in general,
Here's
apples
the
are a
thing.
pretty mediocre tier. They're like a
This is
C
my
tier
little,
fruit.
like, secret tip for whenever you get into that situation. If you ever say something that people have an issue with and someone responds like angrily trying to like catch you in a gotcha moment, you just have to lean into it. Like, because the way that I tend to do these things, and it seems to work like 90% of the time, if someone like comes at you and is trying to be like trying to catch you in a loop, just respond very like genuinely. Like someone's like, man, that's fucking retarded, you're an idiot, blah blah. I'd be like, okay, how so? Like, tell me. And I'll just like, you just start like a normal friendly conversation.
Like they're here,
'Cause then
like
just
they're here
well,
to
what the
fight,
fuck?
and you respond
Right.
with like, well, let's talk about it.
Yeah, and that 90% of the time, it just turns into a normal discussion at that point.
Yeah.
Because they're being listened
yeah.
to, not challenged, and then you can come to a mutual understanding, and then it just totally avoids the whole
And if
problem.
they're there to
I
argue
really
in bad
liked-
faith, like they'll lose steam because like suddenly they can't do what they wanted to do.
I was a big fan of Digi's everyone. I forget what it was called.
Digibro
the
versus
stream.
everybody.
Digibro versus everybody, because it sort of shone a light on that sort of, comment that people would leave. They'd say, hey, fuck you, you suck. And then when he's like, well, why do I suck? And they're like, well, and they just, they wouldn't have anything really specific. They maybe would have like one thing, like, you said this thing, and like, they would just look stupid. It was great.
I've actually had like a few comments. I don't remember if it was PCP comments or just my on my videos. Like when people like said something mean about me and I responded, and they like immediately took it back, and I'm like, it's okay. It's just I think people sometimes forget that there's another person behind the screen, and it's like so they just
a lot
yeah.
of time.
And
Yeah,
so
I mean,
you just
even
have to
I do
remind
that
them, being
sometimes.
like,
it's
"Hi,
not like
hey, I'm here."
It's not like anyone is like better than anyone else with regards to this, because I feel a little angry at certain faceless commenters when they make me upset, and I don't respond, but I'm seething.
Yeah.
But really, they're just a person. Like if I knew them, if I could see them,
my way of doing
I would
online...
like to give them the benefit of the doubt most of the time, is what I think.
Yeah, my way of doing online discourse usually boils down to when I have to respond the way I just mentioned. And then if I'm like on the other side, like if I feel like I want to like score a point on somebody, instead of like going in very aggressively, I try and just like genuinely ask a question and give them an opportunity to restate the answer. Because like when I make an assumption like that, what I try and do is be like, okay, what they're saying to me sounds retarded. So instead of going in and being like, you're retarded, I'm like, I want to give them another chance to restate it, to be like basically asking for clarification. Because maybe I like to try and assume I'm interpreting it wrong. So I'll give, I try and like comment sometimes or like respond to a tweet and be like, and give them a chance to rephrase it to make sure I'm understanding it correctly. And then try and usually ask a question from that to kind of get to the nitty gritty of whatever the issue is. I don't know. I'm always more interested in having a legitimate conversation, even with people who blatantly disagree with me, because I think that's just not just more valuable, but you'll get to a better answer.
I mean, yeah, it's very gratifying when somebody who was giving you shit and then you actually do that, because I don't often do it. Sometimes, I mean, I don't get that much shit because I don't do that much stuff, but when it has happened, and I do approach them, like, asking why and get the clarification, it makes me feel better to know that they're not actually out to get me that much. It was just a little thing.
Right.
I was like, well, you know what? That's just a fundamental disagreement, and I don't feel
you're
bad
both going to
anymore.
leave mad. But if you actually kind of, like, engage in a conversation, you can leave satisfied, and that's way better for both parties.
If only we could do
Ain't
that
things
all
fucking
the time.
swell? Ain't things fucking rosy-cheeked and...
Again, I feel like the idea of winning a debate is so vile and disgusting.
Well-
I feel like it's almost like a perversion of the platonic ideal of a debate.
Exclamation point
Obviously-
debate.
obviously it's fun to put on your fucking war paint and, you know, go out with your fellow labels to attack some other shithead labels and make them feel bad for being labels. And then, you know, you can retire and it'll be a fun time for everyone involved. Except you're ruining culture, and also I hate you. And you're just breeding just a truly, like, fucking... There's nothing in the world I hate more than just fucking circle-jerking tribalism, where it's, you know, you go into a debate for the sole purpose of going and, like, chuckling to your friends, being like, man, fuck this guy, dude, I'm gonna fucking tag him on Twitter and say something mean, dude.
Alright, in this attention economy that we got going, right, like, the purpose of the debate, like, from a practical perspective, you're right, the platonic ideal of a debate is that two people enter with opposing views and logic to back it up, and they argue their points.
And one person leaves alive.
And they argue their points, and in the end, we reveal the truth, right? We all like collectively arrive at truth through like arguing different points. But the practical,
or maybe not even truth, but just, you know, a greater understanding of both of the arguments. Then maybe you know, you could decide.
But the practical reality is that the reason people are engaging in debates in platforms like YouTube and politics and stuff is not for that reason. It's because doing so gets you attention and brings attention to your viewpoint. And generally speaking, you're not going to convince anyone you're not going to convince anyone of your point if they already disagree with you.
Well,
you're here to introduce people that maybe don't know, haven't heard your side of the debate. You're here to like let them hear it for the first time. This is why it's like, you know, you put up evolution versus creationism, right? It's like, teach the controversy. Let's have a debate. Or no, that's a bad example. It's not a bad example, but better example, flat Earth. You put up here's why I think the Earth is flat. Here's why I think the Earth is round. You put them both up there and they debate. The winner in this scenario is the flat earther, because if people are debating this idea as though it's like two sides of the same coin, it's platforming the idea as though it's like on equal footing with the round earther's idea. And now, like, even though 99% of people are going to hear that and be like, well, this guy's obviously crazy, there's going to be a few people who maybe have never heard the idea before. Maybe they're like, oh, this is interesting. Maybe they're convinced by some of his logic. Maybe they get on board. That's what it's for. It's to reach that new audience. You disagree?
Well, wait, hold on. What are you disagreeing with exactly?
I'm disagreeing
I
with,
literally don't know.
I still think, like, even stupid ideas should be debated. Because, like, we don't know what's stupid. Like, in this situation, yeah, like, flat earthers sounds pretty stupid. And I really don't think they're right, but, like, who gets to decide what's stupid and what's wrong, you know?
Okay. Let me take like an individualist look at this hypothetical scenario. Say you're a guy, you're a scientist, maybe you're like a famous scientist or something, or you're a little bit famous, you're a little bit known, you're respected. You have the opportunity. Someone is like, hey, I believe that the Earth is flat. Let me debate you. In like a broad sense, I guess it would be wrong, like, to say, like, this guy is not allowed to say that, like, the Earth is flat. He is allowed to say the Earth is flat. But if I'm this scientist and some guy challenges me to this debate, I would never say, yeah, let's have this debate, because I don't want to dignify that position with it's not worth it. And it honestly makes me look bad to engage with that idea as though it's legitimate.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the other side of that coin, because, like, Ben, your point of saying, like, by giving these certain topics a platform, it legitimizes them. The flip side of that is that if you're someone in a position of authority who should be easily able to dismiss a ridiculous claim like this, and you refuse to do so on the grounds that you don't want to give it a platform, you're also giving everybody who might be on the fence about it, like, well, the scientists can't defend it. Maybe that just makes them look more legitimate. Like, they don't have a way to defend it. So like, both of them, like, no matter what happens, you're gonna lose ground to stupid people, because they're just stupid people everywhere.
I don't think that's necessarily true in every case. I think when it comes to certain topics where, like, the person is easily reachable, and it would be like, if they don't respond, it's pretty obvious that they are deliberately not responding, then there's that aspect of it. But if it's like, you know, you don't, some scientist has a paper written, and, you know, a YouTube commenter says, hey, scientist, like or like a Twitter guy, just like, debate me. Like, him ignoring that Twitter user isn't necessarily going to give that guy a lot of clout. But if he writes a paper and he asks the guy to, or peer review it, or like to think about what this says, read it please, and then he still dismisses it on the face of what's on the title, then it's different. Then it's like you're deliberately halting this potential thing, and that's bad. And that's seen as bad.
I wanted to say, like you don't have to debate absolutely everyone who comes your way with a stupid idea. It's not your job, so to speak, to do that. However, like, if you are trying to be an authority about certain knowledge, you should be able to also defend your position against legit, like, rivals, like the people, so people would understand your position as well, because you're not born with the knowledge of science and that the earth is round. You learn it from other people, and if some people are a bit skeptical about it, I think it's like, if you're a scientist who believes and wants people to believe it, you should be able to at least make a video in response to just like be like, hey, this is why earth is round, this is the science behind it,
Well, this reminds me of like people like evolution or creationists being like, science class should teach the controversy, right? Like they're like, oh well, they're not gonna teach, they're teaching evolution in schools, that's terrible. Okay, how about this, teach that some people believe in evolution, other people believe in creation, and the answer and the answer to that is no, because one of those is science and should be taught in science class, and the other isn't. The other is
the difference is because one can be scientifically observed, whereas the other not. So I am on the side that can be observed scientifically.
So I don't know, if you're the scientist and someone's coming to you and trying to argue the Earth is flat, but like their arguments are not. I mean, they might be like sort of dressed up in a scientific way, but like, I don't know. I wouldn't do it unless someone had like a really compelling argument that like was convincing people, was like pretty like scientific. If someone's just got like a bunch of pseudoscientific nonsense that they're going around arguing, and I don't know, I don't think it's worth debating it. Like if there's nothing to debate. I guess what I'm saying is there needs to be some like meat to the argument to make it like worth, having the debate in the first place. And I just don't think there is any meat to like a flat Earth.
This is
argument.
Is something sort of like pick on someone your own size. The debate means more if the disparity between the people debating is very large. Fucking, I don't know, Neil deGrasse Tyson arguing with
me.
With Munchie Wears Tiny Hats, like two YouTubers with very different sub counts. Like that would be like, whoa, like you obviously the lesser viewed party would get a lot of views, in whatever context that is, not necessarily on social media, could be just clout or like on the news or whatever it is.
It's basically just choose your
if
battles.
You're the smaller guy, you'll get more, so like I agree with Ben on that you shouldn't necessarily give people, anybody, a platform to share the platform with you if you're so much bigger. But if there's a guy who has like become on the level of a Neil deGrasse Tyson in so much that he has a lot of people backing him, and he's kind of you can't ignore that, then a debate is warranted, and I think you should.
Like,
I
don't
know. When the sizes are about the same size, it's fair enough.
You should recognize that if you've got an audience, and you agree to a debate with someone of an opposing viewpoint, like, you should basically do that with the understanding that, like, no matter what happens, you're doing them a big favor. Even if you, like, quote unquote win the debate, you've done them a huge favor just by having it in the first place. And do you want to do that?
No, I think it's just choose your battles wisely, sort of.
Sure. Yeah.
Anywho,
good advice.
Let's talk about a very nice topic: colors.
Okay,
sure.
Let's
I
talk
mentioned
about
before.
colors. Let's talk about Sonic colors.
Hold on.
No.
I just want to quickly, because before the podcast started and you weren't there, I wanted to rant a little bit about colors.
Okay.
Yesterday, when I went to bed around who knows when, I had this thought, just like, what's up with people having favorite colors? Says the person who is devoted to purple.
I think I know what you mean. But go on.
Yeah, it's just so odd. I mean, I can understand sort of like people having a favorite flavor or something like that because it's a way to sort of it's kind of beneficial to you, especially like if you can tell if the food is properly cooked and whatnot or whatever, or like if it needs a little bit of salt. Anywho, like taste is different, but like then you see colors and like there's like no reason to like one color over the other, but people do. And for me personally, just owning something in purple like gives like a plus 20 points to happiness as opposed to owning something exactly the same but not purple. And I don't understand why. But
I would argue that that is the same as flavor and taste. Because it's, I mean, you know, aside from, like, I love the taste of raw meat that will kill me, like, that's bad. But, like, you know, people have lots of favorite flavors. You don't just eat one thing, and I feel like, you know, your colors can, you know, you have a multiple favorite colors. Looking at the same color your whole life will get tiring. I think, even for you, purple things give you happiness because a lot of things are not purple, and you see them all the time. And it makes it a special thing to have a purple thing, unless your room is entirely purple, which would be funny if is the case.
In my mind,
I'm
it is
slowly increasing the amount of purple in my room and my life. I recently ordered like two little what do you call it? Like no duvets, no covers, no sheets. What's the blankets? There we go. That's the word. Two blankets because like it was like literally 5 a.m. and I thought like we need like a blanket to like throw over our sofa because the one just like literally has holes in it that we currently have. So I ordered two, one for myself and one for the sofa, but both of them were kind of too small for the sofa. And now I'm stuck with two purple blankets, and I'm really happy because both of them are so soft. I think I talked about one of them in the last podcast.
Butterfly one.
Yes, I still have it. I'm so happy, and it's like I wouldn't be as happy if it wasn't purple. I think I would still be happy because it's soft and comfortable, but like it's also purple and with butterflies, and I like butterflies, and I'm just so happy.
I would be right. Unlikely that this could be explored scientifically, but do you think that if you had like contact lenses in that made everything purple forever, that you would eventually get bored of seeing purple?
No.
Are you sure?
I am certain. That's my final answer.
How can you be sure about something like that?
I don't know. I haven't been tired. Like purple. I've had this obsession with purple. Like it started small, but I have this obsession with purple since I was 14 or so. So it's been over a decade since I started liking purple. And it's the amount of me liking purple has only increased over time. So I feel like it's gonna grow until it consumes me. So.
Do you think it's part of an identity thing? Like the fact that people know you're the purple person is like adding to it?
I don't know. I didn't start exactly as purple, honestly, if you think about it, because the original version of Mage was mostly black and white with only slightly purple eyes, and she slowly grew purple over time. And now everything is turning purple. No, I don't know. No, it just makes me happy. It's just a nice color. Speaking about
you should listen to Deep Purple.
About colors, I don't like though. Like I have a small personal grudge against the color green. Like not in its own fault. It's a good color, but the thing is like I was born in May, and it's like the color of May is green. Like what's your lucky color?
Why is the color of May green?
Because like I don't know. Someone decided, and it's like the color of May is green.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, look up
Is
like,
that like
birthstone.
a Lithuanian thing?
No, like if you look up birthstones, they're color green. Like what's your lucky color? It's like May. If you're born in May, it's green.
The birthstone of May is emerald. That's true.
Yeah.
You know what my birthstone is? Diamond.
Yeah.
Best one. April. Bam. Obliterated.
Fun.
I've got Moonstone, Pearl, and Alexandrite.
Why do you have several?
All my favorite Steven Universe characters.
Moonstone is fucking sick. Pearls are like really good in Dark Cloud, gem for weapon enhancement, and Alexandrite is a fucking Steven Universe.
Alexandrite. Why do some ones get several ones? Why is May stuck with green? I'm so unhappy.
It's probably just because people got confused and couldn't remember what the real one was or what the old one was, and they made up a new one, and then people mixed up the two.
Mage, are you green? Is that what you're saying right now?
No.
You're not green.
Hang on.
I'm not green. I
Green
hate green.
Hashtag free
No,
green
it's-
mage in a
No.
like there was some kind of dimensional swap took place where like our world's mage was green, but like an alternate reality mage was purple, and like some kind of
She fell through the green light in the escalator.
yes,
she fell
she
down
fell
into
under
cracks,
the
and
under
she
the
popped
escalator
other
and
side.
into the green light and
Yeah.
swapped with her purple alternate self or something.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm on like birthstone color, Bernadette. There's a lot of fucking colors. I'm trying to find June color, right?
Yeah.
But it's got black, blue, brown, clear, green, pink, purple, red, and white.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
see?
okay, one of these has to be no. But May has like aqua, black, blue, brown, clear, green. So it's like
What the?
there's I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure out what my color is.
Colors for April: yellow, red, and colorless. Colorless.
All right.
How cool
You
is that?
guys and your fucking
Because
your,
of diamond.
That's so cool. That's my
your
favorite.
fucking
I love
subjective
that.
experience of what the worst and best color is. Here's some literally objective truths.
Colorless.
right
That's
here.
why I draw in black and white. April babies. Yeah, Aries.
It's
Yeah.
one of the traits also doesn't connect lines when drawing.
Yeah,
Is that also one
that's
of the traits?
also an April thing. I think I see that here on
May's
Wikipedia.
colors yellow, red, and green. I'm not fucking Christmas.
Here
Go
is
away.
the objective worst color. And everyone should agree with me here. Yellow. Because that's gotta be fucking bright and saturated to look good. You ever seen a fucking dark yellow?
Dull yellow
Looks
is
like
just
shit.
dull yellow is not even yellow anymore. It's just brown.
I mean,
All right.
sand
Fucking
color
disgusting.
can work.
You say
it's kind
that.
of nice.
You say that, but I think the reason yellow is so bad is because computer monitors cannot show real yellow,
What?
and to darken a yellow is impossible to make look good. Like if you have yellow paint, oh, there's so many lovely things that can happen there.
What do you?
But on a computer monitor, like if you go to like to Photoshop, you can't get a good yellow.
What are you?
It's
What are
kind
you
of
talking
impossible.
about?
Dude, there's a Vsauce video. There's yellow thumbnail says this is not yellow, and I
Is it
clicked on
because
once.
your displays in red and green? Red.
red, blue, green?
Oh, that's
yeah.
dumb. I know. I
But
don't.
It wasn't
I
just
don't
that
understand
simple.
that.
It was interesting.
It's still it looks yellow. It doesn't not look yellow. I don't know.
Yeah, but if you look at certain things in reality, they
yellow
are
goes well
more
with purple,
colorful.
so no.
It does.
I see in a yellow flower, and I'm like, a sniff, sniff.
It looks the same on
I
a fucking
take a
screen.
picture-
I don't
I
get
take a
it.
I'm
picture
not
of
saying
it.
that yellow looks bad. I'm just saying that it's not as versatile as other colors.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
you're saying that from the perspective of a digital artist who draws.
I am saying that because I'm me, Hippo. Did you forget? Ring, ring, knock,
No.
knock.
Well, I think the problem here is just that yellow is a more narrowly defined. Like maybe in another culture there wouldn't be a word for brown, and yellow would encompass even dark yellow, which includes brown.
All of you are insane.
No,
I'll
shut
fucking
up.
Lock you all
you
up.
know that
Please
like
go
I
to
mean you know that like
Alcatraz.
other cultures don't have the same color words. Like
No,
like,
I know
yeah.
that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yellow doesn't equal brown. You can get a dark, like gross ass yellow that isn't brown.
No. Hold on. Opening
Yes.
up Manga Studio right now.
Okay,
I'm
That
opening up
reminds
Photoshop right
me.
now.
I will obliterate you
No.
with facts and logic right now.
You're
Okay,
insane.
guys,
you're
guys.
literally
What are you
insane.
talking about? Okay,
You're
I'm-
literally
This is
insane.
literally the second yellow controversy
Okay,
in the PCP.
I'm drawing a
We
big
need to stop.
swatch of yellow
And-
right here,
and-
right now,
here
and then
I
I'm putting
thought
and I'm
colors
putting
would be such a peaceful topic.
and I'm putting it
No.
down,
Okay.
Not
and
on
I'm
this
putting the
podcast.
darkness. I'm sliding down the darkness ladder halfway, and I'm drawing, and it's like an olive
This
green.
is why we can't have nice things.
It's like olive color. It's no longer yellow.
Okay, I have a question. Now,
Okay.
correct me if I'm wrong, but like in Japanese, didn't like the color blue and green used to have like the same word for it?
I'm not sure,
What?
but maybe.
What's Japan?
Okay, I have heard that the ancient Greeks did not have a word for blue, which is why that in the Odyssey, Homer describes the sky as being like burnished bronze, because there is no word for blue for him to use to describe it.
And people didn't used to have purple either, so that's why a lot of flowers are called like you use the word blue in their titles despite being purple and angry.
Like violets are blue?
Yes,
Lel.
literally violet.
Yeah, I'm looking at yellow. I have like a perfectly saturated yellow here, and like if I
posted-
slide the slider down even a little bit, it very quickly turns into like what I would describe as more of like a puce or olive color.
It still just looks to me as though it is a dark yellow.
Straw
I-
poll
I-
description.
wrong.
Audience.
It's
Tell us what
definitely,
yellow
Um,
is.
Wrong.
olive.
Wrong.
Yeah, wrong.
No. You know what? You know what? But I think you might be a bad person because you just said that.
I
think you might
love
just be,
being
like, a bad
I love
person.
being a
That's not
bad
what you
man
do.
to my friends.
Hey, by the way, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but like episodes don't have to go on for like 3 hours. In case you didn't
We could
realize.
do voicemails literally
Wait,
right now.
I've nearly finished my color quiz. I'm nearly there. Start the voicemails. I'll
By the way, I
tell
don't
you in a
fucking
minute.
care about this, and fucking, you know what, Yellow, love you, boy.
Well, I mean,
Also-
we
also
can move
just-
on to voicemails if we're done if there's nothing else that we want to
Just-
talk
Yeah,
about.
yeah, you know what? Okay, I just want to say, because Nate wasn't here, I did the voice yells again for the second time in a row, and I just want to say that this was, like, possibly the worst voicemail batch we've ever had.
Hey,
No.
Did you get one? Did you get one from Terezi?
Yes, I did.
Okay, just checking.
Whoa,
I want to say
Terezi,
just
the
quick
Terezi?
disclaimer about the colors. I think green is a neat color. I just don't like it being attributed to me. That's all.
Nobody does that
kill
though.
myself because we're talking about this.
Yeah, just like people, like you know, the whole May thing is
Okay.
It upsets me.
I've never heard of it, so
Well, I grew up I grew up with like girly magazines where it's like, oh, what's your horoscope? Your sign, your lucky color, your lucky number, stuff like that. And it's always green.
in between like going out on like marauding like raiding campaigns in like the bombed out wasteland of Lithuania and like plundering like ancient ruins and stuff and like beating people with baseball bats. You were reading like teen girl magazines that were telling you about your birthstone, how to incorporate it into your wardrobe.
To be fair, I only read one magazine. It was like it wasn't even a magazine. It was like the wings. No, not the wings. The witch comics.
The only reason I brought up the yellow thing is because I wanted everyone to be like, haha, yeah, me too, Munchie. I also know the difficulties of picking correct shades of yellow. This is like the worst topic ever. I want to kill myself.
It's blue. I'm blue. by the
God,
way.
fucking
Yay.
we're going to... So,
Nightmare.
I'm gonna start out, like, worst to best. So there, we got, like, I don't know, maybe, like, 20 voicemails. We're down to 6. And, like, maybe half of these are even slightly good. So,
Alright, I
we're
can't
going
wait.
to... We're going to start with my personal favorite, and I feel like one that sums up the sort of general quality here. Let me navigate over to our slave real quick, whip him real quick. Yep, here we go. Make sure you turn up your speakers really high for this because
Oh,
it's
no.
extremely quiet.
Fuck Ben Saint.
All right, that was it.
Cool.
Wait, what? Wait, I missed it.
Oh! You want me to play it again? Yeah. No problem, Hippo. Yeah, I'm happy to play this all day.
Fuck Ben Saint.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey,
Alright,
important note.
that sounds
Important
like a-
note.
like a
I said
90s,
puce. I used the
game.
color word puce before. I looked it up. I'm wrong. Turns out puce is like a dark red or purple brown. I thought it was like a nasty green.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like puke.
Wait. I think I was thinking of chartreuse. I was thinking of chartreuse. So, sorry everybody. Go back and correct me.
Next, we have a voicemail from the embodiment of the PCP voicemail. We have himself calling into the show.
Oh God.
Hey guys, it's me, the PCP voicemail here. I just wanted to leave a message for all those commenters out there cutting themselves because the PCP doesn't read their comments. Just use me instead. At least one of them is going to have to listen to you, and, you know, voicemails are, to be honest, just the cooler way to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
You really want to be a part of a YouTube comment section?
No.
Yeah, I agree.
We've provided you. We've provided you.
Wait, who's that? Wait, no.
That's my
Who's
roommate.
that?
PCP comment section.
You fucking idiots.
I'm
Who's that?
really sorry, man. I didn't think you heard that.
It's his roommate, the
I
PCP
wouldn't
comment
have said
section.
it if I thought you were in earshot.
We've.
Stop crumpling
Maybe I
things.
deserve.
No, it's like the typing of
Keyboard
a.
smashing.
Okay, there's no reason to bring my mother into this. Come on. And with the
Oh, I get
slurs,
it.
really?
The
Could you at least spell them right?
see
All right, well,
comment.
this goes
listening to
on
the
for like an hour, so I'm gonna
voicemail
disconnect
read.
right
I'm
here.
just not talking
But
to you
in case
anymore.
the fucking hosts were too unruly and you literally couldn't understand, this is the PCP voicemail he called in. Then his roommate, the PCP YouTube comments, came in and started typing,
Yeah.
indicating that he was speaking.
It seems like comment section is a real asshole. But
Yeah, he is.
fortunately,
Fuck him.
we've given you an out, so you don't have to be like him. You've got the speak pipe right at your disposal. Link in the description.
Where did the meme that we don't read the comments came from? Because I do.
It's not really a meme. It's just sort of like implicitly people don't assume that the YouTube creators are human beings that read the comments.
Saying that we thought the comments were bad because the people assumed we didn't read them, even though we do.
We've talked for the last 2 episodes about how, contrary to popular belief, we actually do. Most of us do read the comments.
Here's the thing: we read the comments, but none of them are good enough to warrant responses.
Yeah.
So I respond if one makes me mad enough, I respond. So that's how you trick me.
That now we're gonna see 100 hey Ben, fuck you.
and I'll spend an entire day responding to all of them.
If you address me specifically, I'll probably respond.
That's
and
true.
I don't just mean refer to me like say my name in the comment. I mean if you're speaking to me, I will speak back most of the time.
Speak and you shall be spoken to.
Here's also another one that I'm going to cut off prematurely. Actually, you know what? Nah, I'm just going to let it go for the entire time. Who cares? Oh, this is the wrong one. Oh, whatever.
This is
you know
a
what? Fucking,
special announcement from Riddle My Ass Batman.
Oh my god.
Riddle My Ass Batman is a brony and will be appearing at BronyCon 2019 in Baltimore, Maryland. Woo!
We'll be there.
If anyone would like to split the hotel cost, grab a bite to eat, or just hang out directly, direct message me on Twitter at RiddleMyAssBat1, all lowercase. That's RiddleMyAssBat1, all lowercase. As for the members of the Procrastinators, how can I get a hold of you so we can meet up at BronyCon? Because you're 75% of the reason I'm going. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
The other 25% is Twilight Zone.
We'll probably tweet or something about where we are or some. I don't know, where you can find us. I don't know.
We would say come to our panel, but those bastards won't give us one.
They totally snubbed us. They totally fucking snubbed us. I was like, hey, the Horseshoes crew's coming back. Can we get a fucking thing? And then they said, can you get a fucking
guys,
denied? And I said,
real
yes,
talk.
I can. You just did it.
Let me, I'm throwing something out here. See if you fucking agree. Find out when the reviewing is whatever panel they inevitably are going to have at BronyCon. Have a meetup at a restaurant and pull a bunch of people out of the convention at the same time.
I think, why don't we just show up to that and be rowdy in the crowd?
Rowdy in the crowd.
Oh my god. Clip that.
Or
somebody clip
I
that.
mean, dab in the crowd.
Okay, wow, great. Okay, yeah, wow, great. Okay, these have been really great so far.
Right
So far we've had someone say "fuck Ben Saint," and I literally don't even remember the rest. They've entered one ear and out the other.
Well, good, because I don't want to hear you just go through each one and recount them. I don't want to hear you make a Mauler video about all these voicemails.
Captain Gaylord, we've missed our first shot. What? Impossible. Did they make a move yet? Captain Gaylord. No, I think they are deciding right now. Alright, Splendid.
C6!
Phew, they won't miss. Luckily, my battleships are in a 5x5.
C5!
Jesus Christ, they got us! You bastards! This won't be the last you'll hear of me. Retaliate! Captain Gaylord. Where to? C2, goddammit. Captain Gaylord. C2 it will be.
Uno.
Did we ever actually get the battlefield set?
No.
I don't know whether that hit.
No, it hit us. Oh god, we're sinking. Oh wow, what a fucking shame.
Okay.
We have to,
on water.
I wanna say, hold on. No. I want to use a 3. Let's use a 3 somewhere, please. Someone.
What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean use a 3?
I want a 3 something.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a 5x5 grid. We're playing Battleship with this guy.
A3.
Yeah, exactly. A3.
No. What we need to attack adjacent to where we just hit because his ship.
Nah, dude. Nah.
No,
you don't know how to play real Battleship.
A3.
You just throw strategy right into the. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna fucking sink at sea, and it's all because you didn't listen to me.
There's not enough space for strategy.
Too many battlefield commanders spoil the war.
Bold of you
we have
to
like a
assume
95%
that I don't
hit
want
chance
to die.
At this point anyway.
This is a nightmare. This is
Ben.
I should.
Too many commodores spoil the war.
I know, Mage. You want to die? It's fine. Yeah. No, you're not taking me down with you. I don't care. I'll tie you up and force you to live. No, never.
We've got a voicemail that I was DM'd in anticipation about last night, late at night, saying I was messaged by the person who recorded it saying to make sure to play on the podcast, and I said okay.
Yes.
And so I am doing it now.
Is this the one I think it is?
Hey, quick, before they realize,
No.
go to
No.
your internet browser, type https://discord.gg/lowercase m, lowercase t, uppercase S, uppercase R, uppercase X, lowercase e, lowercase x. Type enter, quick, and list Rowdy. Thrash.
No.
Okay, all right. Do that, except at the end, it's not a lowercase k. It's not a lowercase x. It's a lowercase k. So do that.
That typical Rowdy.
bye.
This is a typical Rowdy. Just
Why
fucking
the
it
fuck
up.
haven't you guys bought a fucking URL yet for this thing?
What do you?
No, it's the Discord invite.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
you can
it.
buy a URL that just connects to any URL you have. You can just buy, like-
RFCK.com is bought by some fucking
Oh,
Chinese
dude.
company.
No. You get rfck.slime. You could probably do that.
No, there's no slime. I checked.
Wait, is there? There's a link. There's a link to the Discord on the Slime Corp website, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, just go.
You can go to slimecorp.net.
Yeah, go to slimecorp.net and you can find your way there.
All right, here's the last one.
Hi, it's Terezi Pyro. So I was hanging on
There she
the
is.
Discord
Yeah.
server, and
My Discord, baby.
since Vriska wants to get bottom surgery, he really wanted me to ask this. Would getting bottom surgery give you a second virginity? What's up with that?
Okay.
Okay.
So in case you're not trans aware, like how I was trans unaware. Bottom surgery is when you change your genital to the other one.
So.
I thought it was just like getting a bigger butt.
Yeah, I thought that too. That's
Wait,
what I
what?
imagined.
That's what you
first
thought,
as well.
Doc? Okay.
Okay. So the question is.
The answer is clearly yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna disagree with a caveat. I don't think that changing. Okay, if you have a dick and you've fucked with your dick and you're not a virgin, and you change your dick into a vagina, and then it's like, oh, well, am I now a virgin again? No. But what I think has happened is that you have previously lost your dick virginity, but you have a new virginity to lose. You
I
have
thought that was the question.
you have a different. You've still lost your old virginity. You've still
Right.
lost that, but there is
It's
a
like-
separate virginity that you
It's
lose
like
independently.
New Game Plus virginity.
Yeah. well, like it's like Erica Moen said on Strip Search. Like you have multiple virginities. Like you can lose your butt virginity. That's a separate thing. Your various different kinds of virginities. So many.
agree
What a
with that.
cornucopia.
You can
collect them all,
lose
you could say.
your
Collect
sneeze
them all.
virginity.
Yeah.
The first time you do a big sneeze, that's your losing your sneeze virginity.
And-
a big sneeze.
and so on in that order. I thought there'd when we were talking about this, we were talking about how
Why Terezi? And what is the Terezi Vriska
I
thing?
don't know. It doesn't matter.
Man, it really sucks for you that Vriska's trans, though.
Nah, it doesn't.
Okay.
Well, she'll have a vagina soon.
Changes nothing.
So it's fine. Man, I think Nate would probably have more to say about this. I think he would probably argue and play devil's advocate in response to this question.
Nate
God
would
he's
probably
not
say, "Oh, I hate all people."
Dude, me too.
Damn.
Okay, well, this episode fucking God kill me. All right,
Why
bye.
are you so
You
cynical?
are, Munchie. You're being a downer this episode. What's going on?
What?
Growing up. He's
Downer?
he's
What are you
growing
talking
up,
about?
guys.
Why am I a downer? Why
He's
am I a
becoming an
downer?
adult.
Let's talk about how you feeling, Munchie. Let's talk about your feelings. What's going on with you?
Everyone,
Hey, let's have a little moment with Dr.
Yeah, you know what?
Us.
Okay, I'm leaning down our chair. Guys, everyone hates us. Everyone thinks that we're fucking boomers and that we're lame and that we're fucking and we're not cool anymore.
that why you're
Everyone
abandoning us
comments.
for the
Everyone leaves
TeenCP?
comments saying that we're fucking jaded, that we're nihilists. And I'm not a nihilist. I just hate everything because everyone hates me.
Yeah.
I thought you were just
Lol.
mad because you're locked in the wine cellar and you're about to get whipped by your dad.
I mean, that's fine, I guess. I mean, you know.
Hey, I would welcome that at this point.
Exactly. Everyone's like, oh, fucking the political talk. You
You know what?
That
Fuck it.
sucks.
I'm happy because the game engine I'm using, Construct 3, they're adding JavaScript coding. It's not going to be a baby game engine anymore. I can learn how to do real code and put it in my game that already exists without having to rebuild it. So that happened this week, and I'm fucking stoked about it. There, good vibes, positive energy.
Yeah,
I'm
I
feeling
mean,
good because
this
I'm
was
getting a lot of
this-
stuff done, and I'm doing a lot of stuff that I've never done before, and learning new things is always very nice.
Yeah, like, I don't know why you're upset. The YouTube comments are small beans. Everybody here is doing cool things. We didn't have Nate on. How cool is that, huh? What a wonderful day this is.
We are participating in something magical and rare as a unicorn. A podcast without Nate.
I know.
He's everywhere.
Take a picture, it'll
He's
last
everywhere.
longer.
Yeah. Take a deep breath. Enjoy the sensation, because it's gonna be a long time before you get it again.
I almost feel like we need to stretch this out because like we didn't have Nate or Digi, so there was no like long stuff to like argue about, and I feel like that's a win for them, and I don't want them to have it.
No, it's a win for us because
I don't want to give it to them.
Argue about everything. Hey guys, that that abortion in Israel versus Palestine, like that whole drama with Pro Jared. That I agree with everyone in that.
Me too, man. Me too. You guys want to talk about Pro Jared some more? It's like my favorite thing.
No.
Pro Jared avoided
This
Israel.
is like fucking Fox, not Fox News. This is like fucking
Look,
Reddit.
we're all creative people here. Don't you think the real win with all of us getting an extra hour
Oh
today to
wait,
do work?
I have something I want to say.
Oh no.
This
hopefully quick.
When you're listening to this, I've decided I'm pulling the trigger. Vapors 3 is almost done. So when you listen to this episode, I'm gonna do this in like a lead up to releasing actual Vapors 3.
Weird.
Yeah, I know, right? One of the vaporettes from the book from the Kickstarter it's going up on my website under the Vapors. It'll be like the latest page of the Vapors. It will be up live right now. It'll be the 2-page vaporette drawn by Emily Ree, who you should follow, who is a great artist who does a comic called Anarchy Dreamers, and you should follow her on Twitter at @Re_Emily. She is the guest artist.
Wait,
yeah.
This is fucking bullshit.
What do you mean?
Why is my Vaporette not on your website? Why don't I get to be on stcomics.com?
There's a couple, and I'm gonna release them one at a time. So there you go. You'll be there.
This is the worst day of my life.
Munchie, you gotta cut Ben some slack. His website has to be updated manually, so he's gonna start with the 2-page one that takes the least amount of work, so you can make sure he gets it done by the time.
There's two 2-page ones, and there's your like 11-page one.
Okay, so this episode is just
Saint Comics, SaintComics.com. No, this week I'll release Emily's. Next week I'll release Lauren Colt's. The week after that I will release yours, and the week after that Vapors 3 out. So 1 month from today, it's out.
God damn.
I know, right?
I'm
that's
ready.
what's happening.
It's been too long.
It's been so fucking long. Don't listen. I'll cry if we start talking about how long it's been. And nobody wants to see that.
I was not saying that as a bad thing.
Okay.
You know what? Guys, we don't talk about shit that we actually care about. We only talk about shit that's like, we can say that. Like, I guess that's like a thing that we can say. Let's talk about shit that is actually like matters.
Mm-hmm.
And that is actually important in any way that pertains to us specifically and our personalities or our careers as internet careers. Because we never do that. We just talk about like, on Twitter, like someone was like bad and like, I don't like bad people. When people are like stupid? Yeah, I do too. I also know that. Ben,
that's important to me.
Let's talk about your fucking comic, because you've been on a tear lately. You've been fucking actually making pages, but no one knows about it because they're hidden behind the fucking howled halls, the fucking fortress that is your Patreon.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I think I've talked about this before. I mean, I did that because it's like, well, my patrons should have some sort of privileged access to the content, right? So I was like, well, until the comic's done, I'll just put them on Patreon only. Which is like, I mean, before that, it's not like I was releasing them one at a time. I just wasn't releasing them anywhere until I had the whole thing done and released it all at once. But I don't know. You were saying that like I should just release them one at a time, and maybe
there's so many people that like want to be Ben Saint fans, but just have no concept that you are actually doing work. As far as like a lot of people are concerned, you are doing nothing. As far as a lot of people are concerned.
Yeah.
I feel like this exact conversation already played out in another
I think so
episode.
too.
This exact conversation?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did.
I'm sure you brought this up.
Okay, whatever then.
I mean, my hope is that like when it all comes out at once, people will be like, "Oh, he was working on something this whole time." My preconceptions have been shattered. I'm gonna go to patreon.com/Ben Saint and show my
We had this conversation
appreciation.
before, but Ben didn't agree with me, so he has to agree with me this time.
I think that time and this time, I'm just equivocating because I don't know what's real, and I don't know what's true, and I don't know what the right thing to do is.
Everyone press 1 if Ben should just release his fucking comics normally.
Well,
like a normal person.
Yeah, okay, well everyone's gonna say
normally
yes.
as in like one chapter per week?
No,
or chapter
no,
per
like,
month?
you know, he releases pages
Or, like-
when he's done with them, and they're on his website. Or maybe like it's like, you know, you get them like a day before as a patron or something.
You know what? I think that is generally a bad idea with the format of Ben's comics, because certain things read better when they're all in one chapter. You know, one page that may not have dialogue on it, like the last one. It just like, I mean, I don't know how it feels for the patrons who get to see it.
Yeah.
As it
We
comes
have the
out,
same problem.
little bit by little bit. But I don't know whether that would really. Is it worth people thinking that Ben does work to have them have like a kind of worse experience reading it?
It's not a worse experience because they're able to get it sooner and be
No,
able to have it more in their
it's
mind.
definitely-
Sure,
I don't
it's
think
not
that's necessarily
optimal as
true.
reading it in the backlog.
It's
but
definitely a worse experience to read something one page at a time that's a continuous story.
This is
It
why
ruins the flow of the
this
read.
is why I did it in the first place and didn't release one at a time and
Ben,
waited
this
until
is
it was
the-
all done.
I've
It'll
run
always
into
be
this
the
problem
backlog.
myself because
Yeah.
I'm working on the game right now, and like there's nothing to release now that the game's out, and I have to work on an entire fucking video game. I'm like, am I gonna release every level at a time, like over the course of like a year? And that's
completely different.
Wait,
I mean, you
let me-
could do that.
I could, but let me finish.
Yeah.
Because I've had this problem, like, even when I was doing comics, like, 3 years ago, I was having the problem, like, wanted to release big things, because, like, it was a story, and it told a story, and, like, the answer, unfortunately, is just make more shit.
Yeah,
Like, the way
that's
to
always
do
the
it would-
real answer.
The way to do it would be work on the big Vapors comics, and then, like, every, like, 1 or 2 weeks release, like, a 4-pen, a little, like, gag strip with the characters to get people to care about the characters for the big release.
I've been
So you're
thinking
basically
about
just
that.
running 2 comics. Like, that's really the way to do it. And it just, you know, it just takes more work, but, like, you just kind of have to nut up and make it happen.
I've been thinking about that. Like, what if I did not exactly like the Redman thing, but what if I just did like sort of like not much like in the way of new drawing, just like the static character, just like a little bit of like dialogue, just like a little like dialogue short comic snippet thing. Get my, I don't know, writing juices flowing a little bit, or
Then you
something.
should do like a sprite comic with the Vapors. So you just have
Dude.
sprites you can like reuse all the time.
Boy, yeah, and just like wait.
Yeah,
what if I
just-
put them?
Just do Garfield, but with them.
What if I put them right? Like I had like an isometric view of like their room, and I made little sprites of them, and I just moved them around the room, right? It's and I made Homestuck, and I just what if I made Homestuck?
That's kind of cool.
It is
You should
cool.
Just do it. I think
I gotta go very soon, but I just want to say to remind people, Bale Jape is out. It's finished. It's my comic, my thing, my
Look the
cool
link.
thing that I made, and it's really good, and it's finished, and it's so
You
good.
still-
And go look.
Do you still
at
want to
And
do?
as cool as that is, the Izumi demo is even cooler, and that's out. It's
Oh,
been
yeah?
out, and it's getting updated. It's on Newgrounds. Check it
I
out.
s-
Well, I'm gonna make 2 games. How about that?
Oh, well, hit me up if you
I'm
need
gonna
help
make
with
2 Izumi games. I'm just gonna copy paste your game and then color
Yeah,
change.
well,
Cool.
the champion visual novel RPG experience has been on saintcomics.com for about 100
Wait,
years
Ben,
now.
Did you ever put the champion game on Newgrounds?
I have not. I'm a
Do
little
it.
I'm a little unsure. I mean, you know, I don't know how the Newgrounds works. I don't know what kind of file format. No, I haven't looked into it at all. But it's something I kind of want to do.
I'll help you out if you want to do it. It's fucking. It's
I'll-
not hard at all.
Okay, I'll look into it, and if I need help, I'll DM you and be like, what the fuck?
Sick.
What the fuck is this? Yeah. Okay.
I have a lot of people who play the game on Newgrounds, so it's a good site for that.
Wait. I mean, I made the game in Game Maker. Is that fine?
You should be. Can you do HTML5 export from Game Maker? I assume you can.
Yes, because that's the format that it's on my website.
Yeah,
in.
you just upload a zip file.
Oh,
And that's it. You're done.
That actually I might be able to do that like right now. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Hippo
not too
already
hard.
left. We gotta go.
Oh no.
Patreon.com/the Procrastinators. Give
Yeah.
us your fucking money. $5 gets you access to 25 bonus episodes. We're recording another one very soon, and it'll be up, and then you can hear new shenanigans.
Do we want to?
Oh yeah, I won't be on.
I think we've already talked about what the previous bonus episode was that I missed because of my kidney stone.
It was quizzes.
Yes.
That's the newest bonus episode. We take a bunch of crazy personality quizzes, other weird quizzes that reveal way too much about our personal lives. Not me. I wasn't on this one. But I'm talking like I was, because I wish I was.
I wish I was, too.
It was a good time, worth the listen, worth your money. Help us.
Worth a mere pittance. A mere pittance of $5.
It's nothing. It basically, you won't even miss it when it's gone. But the experience you gain, you'll never forget.
You could buy a latte at Starbucks, or you could buy like 40 hours of bonus PCP content.
Yeah. What a head scratcher that one is.
Yeah.
So do that. Follow us on Twitter for at TP Crastinators. And if you want to listen to this in audio form, I do still upload the podcast to iTunes, Spotify. I don't know if it's on Spotify. It's on Google Play and iTunes. You can listen to it there in audio form. And
on my podcast app that I use every single day, I have subscribed to the PCP just because it's really crazy to see the PCP next to like a real podcast.
Yeah, imagine that.
Can you, Munchie? We are a real podcast.
What?
I know, dude. People listen to this.
Oh no. Where's the podcast? Spinning in his grave.
Where's the podcast? Play. It's on iTunes and YouTube and that other. What's the other one? Where else is it?
Google Play.
Google Play.
Yeah. So check it out. And
unlike certain podcasts, we can answer that question.
Yeah. Seriously. Get on.
Whatever. The PCP's boomer shit. Click on the TeenCP. That's better. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening.
Bye.